On this project, we've got a client that wants to use the garden all year round. So what we've tried to do is design something that's functional throughout the winter and the summer. Obviously bearing in mind that in the winter we've got short days, so having nice lighting around the garden like this will really allow them to use the garden and make the most out of it. So what we're currently doing at the moment is we've got some wireless switching which allows them to really highlight parts of the garden and get the most out of it. We want to make it so that it's like a wow feature. It will like highlight up all the trees and the shrubberies and really give it a nice effect, especially at night time. Even when they're not using it, it's also a picture. Looking from their lovely house into the garden, they can see how good the garden is and really get the most out of it. We've got a shrubbery area here. We were a little bit concerned about putting some whisker boxes in there. So what we decided to do is we're going to use some torpedo joints, and what this does is it really gives us flexibility, not allowing the water to penetrate into it. Right, so here we've got a torpedo joint. The reason we're using the torpedo joint is we've got some connections that need to be submerged. So whenever doing anything like that, again, we're really concerned about anything that's going to penetrate and water, things like that. These are very good for any underground joints or anything like that, as they're like 100% waterproof. Another thing we're doing with this current job is we want to do the electrics in such a way that it doesn't cause any nuisance tripping and any inconvenience to the rest of the house. Obviously with any garden lightings, it's always prone to water penetration and things like that, especially in light fittings as they get older. So we want to allow real flexibility that if there's ever any future problems or any ingress of water, we can isolate, make safe, or really stop any nuisance tripping as such, or replacements of fittings, just to make it really simple and easy. So a lot of the spike lights, we're going to do them in Wago boxes and pin them to the fence. So again, in the future, if they need to be disconnected, they can be. So here what we're going to do is we're going to be mounting a light on the side of this post. We're going to go back entry, down the back of the post, and we're going to go into one of the whisker boxes. We're going to be using the flex to come up into the light. That's going to do that side, and then we've got an SWA coming right underneath, all the way up to the other side, and that's going to feed the other light on the other side doing exactly the same thing. With these garden lights, and most other garden lights, they usually come with a pre-made flex purely because they're waterproof. We can't really adjust it too much, but what we like to do is we like to put this Copex on it just to give it extra protection in the ground, because it's not usually buried too deep. So we use the wireless controller. Again, it's got 5 channels on it. It gives us a really good range of separating the garden up. When the customer needs to use it, it just makes it look really pretty. If they only want certain parts of the garden on, again, they can switch each individual one with the way that we've sectioned it out. So again, the reason we use the adaptable box is we've got a lot of armoured connected into the bottom. So we like to use an adaptable box purely to keep all the earths continuous across the SWAs. It just, again, we've got a lot of room, so we like to use these nice adaptable boxes. It gives us good options.